Guitar tips, just the tips, just for you. Guitar tips. Hello and welcome to Guitar Tips. My name is Adam Levy. This is my weekly video blog. I post a new tip here each and every Friday. You can subscribe. There's a big red button down below. Yeah, you see it? It's down there. It's just right down there. And if you click on it, you are a subscriber. It's easy to do, and I hope that you will. I'm talking a little quietly here. As you can probably tell, I'm in a hotel room. I'm in San Francisco, California, and I just got home from a gig and some competitive Scrabble, playing with my cousin, and it's pretty late, so I don't want to make too much noise here in the hotel. So this week's guitar tip, I'm going to keep it short and sweet. It's called Instant Capo Transposition Trick. It's hard to say, but it's easy to do. Instant Capo Transposition Trick. Okay? So you're going to need two things to make this happen. You're going to need a capo. I have a Shub brass model, but you can, of course, use any capo that you have handy. Of course, you need a guitar, that goes without saying. But the other thing besides the capo that you need is the knowledge. The knowledge of caged. Caged is, it's an acronym, C-A-G-E-D. I guess maybe it's not an acronym. It just stands for those chords, the C chord, the A chord, the G chord, the E chord, and the D chord, okay? So, caged, and you have to know those 5 letters in that order. You can't spell another word like cadge or decag, I don't know. Caged. So, you need a capo, and you need caged. All right, so here's how it works. If you are in C and you want to move higher up the neck to a higher position, but you still want to play in C, okay? You look at the highest fret that your fingers are fretting, so that's 3, and you put the capo there. Capo 3. Okay. Now you play an A chord. Remember, caged. C, A, and then the next chord we're going to play is going to be a G chord, of course. So C, A. So we were on C, 3rd fret. We play A. It's still C. Now we look at where the highest position we're in here. So this is 2 frets up from where we were before. So we're going to move the capo up here to the 5th fret, and now we did C, we did A, now we're going to play G. Okay, so that's still in real pitch is a C chord, but it's different. We'll get a little bit into detail about why you would do this at the end of the tip, but for now I just want you to understand the concept of the tip. So we've done C, A, G. Now we look at the highest fret position that we're fingering here. So this is it's the real fret 8, although it's just 3 frets up from where we are. So anyway, we move the capo to here, and now we play E. Okay, C, A, G, E. Now the next shape will be a D shape, and we just move the capo up to the highest position that we're fretting right here, which is the real 10th fret. It's 2 frets up from where we were. It's going to be a little tricky on this guitar because I'm going to run out of fingerboard here and neck. But this is capo 10, and now I play a D shape. So again, that's a C chord. So now we've played C in 5 positions, and of course, in a song you would go, not just C, 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 but you might have a song that goes, C, G, A minor, if you're into Roman numerals, that's 1, 5, 6, 4. So we would just do the same thing. We would just have to know what those chords are in all 5 of those. So we would put Capo 3, and now in the key of A, we'll go 1, 5, 6, 4. So it looks like A, E, F sharp minor, D. And that again is going to give us the same sound as we had before, but in a higher position. And you could keep doing it all the way up the neck. I'll let you do that in your own time, but the question is why? Why would you do this? Why would you keep moving up the neck? Or down the neck if you started at the top, that might be the case. Here's why, is that if you're playing with 2 guitar players, that might be a case where one player is down here. You want to get out of the way of that and play something that's up here, or at least here. And then the sound of the 2 guitars together is a lovely sound, instead of kind of a muddy, redundant sound where you have a lot of stuff canceling out by having 2 guitars playing in the same register. That's one occasion where you might use a capo. Another occasion is if you are like me, a male singer who tends to sing kind of on the lower register. Sometimes it's nice to have the guitar up here in a kind of jangly place, and your voice register will actually sound a little bit below where the guitar is. On the other hand, if you happen to sing high, you might want to stick down here and have your voice be up here somewhere. If you're double tracking guitars or triple tracking guitars and you just want to have this dimensional sound, that's a time you can use it. I guess that counts. It's not really any different from what I said a minute ago when you have 2 guitars. I was just thinking sometimes the 2 guitar players are actually you and you in a recording situation. So there you go. It could also just put you out of the range of something else that's happening. It's not always about getting out of the way of the guitar or the voice. It could be moving out of the way of the piano player or the bass player or anything else that's happening. Remember, if you go to an orchestra concert, you're not going to see, 80 French horn players or 80 piccolo players. There's all kinds of different instruments there, and they're there to play different colors, different timbres, and also different registers. So this is a trick that lets you play in different registers on the guitar. There's a lot of work that you'll want to do to practice this and flesh this out, but it's just a simple trick. I learned this trick from my friend Danny Donnelly. He's a great guitar player in the Los Angeles area. You can check him out at DannyDonnelly.com. So that's the instant capo transposition trick. Okay, that's the guitar tip this week. My name is Adam Levy. I do appreciate you checking out these tips and sharing them. I wanted to mention one more thing. We have a sponsor. This week's guitar tip is sponsored by Martin Guitar Strings. If you notice this guitar, which, by the way, is a Martin guitar, the strings are not all gold or bronze or yellow or whatever guitar strings normally look like. They're nickel. They look to be almost like electric guitar strings, but they are not electric guitar strings. They are Martin Retro strings. That's the trade name is Retro, and the material that they use is called Monel. I think it was named after somebody who was part of the original invention of this material, or some important guy that worked in the office was named Monel. Anyway, I'm really into these strings. I put them on the two steel string acoustic guitars that I have are both strung with retros, and they sound with these strings better than they have ever sounded with any other string. These strings last nice and long. They're kind of mellow. They're not too noisy for recording, and they play in tune. They do all the things that people say strings are supposed to do, but don't always do. These strings are, they really are the business. So I hope you'll check them out. That's Martin Strings, and the set that I use is Retro. It's a 12 gauge. The strings, I think they're stock number is MM12 if you want to buy that specific set. Okay, that's all for now. I'm going to go to bed. Stay tuned and take good care.